What's up, and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, Season 2, Episode 38, a weekly podcast. We get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through all the indie games we've been playing, we go through latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. This week's main topic is a bit of a relaxed, chilled one. We're kind of just chewing the fat over XO19, which was the Xbox's not first ever, because I think they used to host a show, but their most recent new relaunch of their first-party show, much like what PlayStation do in December. And we got some okay announcements. We got some very good news, I think, but we're going to chew the fat on what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, and where we think that puts Sony going into PlayStation's one in December. Going through me, as they do every week, ploughing through me. As always, is Dan from At the Dice Bar. That's not the only thing. I'm on fire.
Hey guys, he's there. He is there.
Let's just call it quits on the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
It's not going to get any better than that.
Joining me and going through all of the news, as always, is Dan from At the Dice Bear.
Hello.
And Tom from At and Profit.
Hello.
How have we been doing, gents?
Well, apparently I've been going through you
Yeah, that's why
So we do every
pretty
week.
damn good.
that's why I'm so happy. That's why I'm on fire. Yeah, you had a good week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Do you know what that just reminded me of? Then do you remember Screech from?
Oh yeah. So
Police
well
Academy?
Oh no, yeah.
No.
Do you remember it? He come in like number 4 or 5. He
I may
started,
not have seen that deep into the police.
and then he talks to me like,
I just want to be a friend.
That really rings a bell when you
Yeah.
did it like that.
he was a lot better impression than I done. A damn sight better impression.
You're sounding like Arnie. Like
Yeah.
deep into
I'm doing the scene from Total Recall, you know, when he's like on the moon. Like,
the- Eyes bulging out.
I completely forgot about him as a character
Yeah.
in Police Academy. Oh my god, he's
Your
so
whole-
good.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
Apology
fine.
accepted.
It's fine. Like I said, this is the Indie Credible Podcast where we chat about indie games. You can find us on all podcast services if you're listening to us. We're available everywhere. We get updated every Monday evening for you guys. Sometimes it goes up slightly later if we are stuck to embargoes. For example, last week it didn't go up until Tuesday because I couldn't because of a certain game we were speaking about. I held off on a day. And then it's also available on YouTube everywhere. And those who are watching will notice that we've stuck with the camera angle from last week because we got some very nice feedback from our patrons who liked the camera angle.
Interesting.
We just actually have a tripod this time. So I don't know if you guys saw the video. The video last time was a little bit bouncy because
Bring back the books, I say.
because what it was on was a little bit bouncy every time we moved. Whereas this should be okay.
I'm gonna kick that over one day.
You probably would have.
Just running.
And we're also available on patreon.com/Indecredible, where $1 a month gets you access to our pre and post show where we just chat nonsense. Tom spoke a little bit about Fallen Order. Dan spoke about politicians. That makes you sound really boring.
I am really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I spoke about cats. That's how good it was.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Let's kick off, gents, as always, with what we've been playing. Who wants to go off with this one, people?
Daniel.
But I've played a lot this week.
Like, see, I've only played one thing, and
I'm-
Lewis played it too, so I'm gonna.
I'm
join
gonna
up with him.
skip
my
through
review.
some of it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
Because some of it, I can't remember if I spoke about it last week. A Year of Rain.
Yeah, you spoke about Rio
So,
last week.
Year of Rain RTS game. I've been playing that some more. It's kind of like Warcraft 3.
Oh yes,
You
yeah.
really enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Like
It's
dumbass pathfinding.
Yeah.
I thought I thought you just called me a dumbass.
I thought you
I was
was a
like,
stroke.
dumbass. No, the pathfinding of the AI characters is pretty weak. The actual computer you play against can be really crap
Okay.
sometimes.
It's got online, isn't it?
But yeah, it's online. You can play 2v2. You can play 1v1. It's an RTS game. You build your base. You build them up. I'm really enjoying it. They have been back in touch and basically say, look, we know these are problems.
I
But this
saw
is
it.
in
They
early
tweeted, didn't they?
access. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw they tweeted you. Yeah.
it's early access. It's got a ton of possibilities. It is really nice as you build, as you get quicker, as you start actually learning how the game works. You start realising that your heroes are incredibly powerful. It kind of, in the end, mixes an almost Smite element into it. of you building your heroes up to get them more powerful before anyone else. So you've got to hit these random camps about the place to build yourself up faster,
Nice.
like you would in Smite. So you can really see this sort of MOBA edge to it that sort of I hadn't noticed before while on the review one. So I've been playing that. That's good.
Excellent.
I put some more time into Citadel Forged with Fire, which is the online RPG, which is almost like
The Russian,
Yes.
the Russian MMO.
the Russian MMO, which is
Yes.
still just
Yeah.
full of,
Yeah.
still full of Russians. It's very, it's kind of like Conan Exiles, except it makes. Do you remember the
do
first?
they hang dong?
Do they hang dong?
Yeah.
No. But your
No good.
character, the
0 out of
character
10.
creation is up. Seriously, because
Well, how?
every single aspect of your character has a sort of width and height added to it. So if you press random, you can have massive shoulders, a tiny pelvis, and the biggest thighs you've seen, but ickle bickle feet.
I might need to play this game.
And you're there going, what am I?
You sold me on this?
Yes, yeah.
Is this a free game?
No, unfortunately
It's
it's
on
not.
PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It's on consoles.
Oh, okay.
How much
I've
is
been
it?
playing it on PC. I don't know.
When?
Oh, sorry. Oh, missed the code here.
I need a key.
Yeah, go on.
25 quid.
That'd be really good actually, because I'd like to play this game with someone who
You play on
spoke English.
PC, yeah?
Please,
Yeah.
please put like a translator through so everything you say comes out in Russian.
I will do it.
We'll
I
do a
know
special
Russian.
one.
I'll
They
Russian-
offered me an
contact
extra
my
key,
Russian friend
and I said
get
no.
it.
because I was
Glasnost, Gorbachev vodka.
Zya.
Yeah. I'm still playing that, but kind of like Conan Exiles, is I still feel like I need another 50 hours before the game begins.
Yeah.
I'm still feel like I'm learning how to move your character across. I'm learning how to
Right.
place the
There's a lot of
building
this,
blocks. It's huge. There's so much you can do in it, and so many different
How's it
collectibles.
run?
It's a bit jank every now and again.
Alright, okay.
There's been twice I've fallen through a mountain.
That's always fun, though.
But I kind of like the story. You wake up and you are, as the game is called, Forged in Fire. You're a wizard who has come out of this volcano fire stuff. You're literally burning, and you slowly cool down. And at that point, you then do fetch quests and shit. You know,
I'll blast
yawn.
through all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but once you start moving out into the world, it gets quite interesting. You're like, okay, I want to know more, but I'm not there yet. So it's very early in its build. I think later on, kind of like Conan Exiles. When Conan Exiles first came out, it was shocking. As in, you'd fall through everything. Your character would stand in one place just dancing for a while. And you're like, has the game broken? Am I still playing? Why am I getting XP for this? and all of that. Like, whereas now, it's got a hell of a community to it, and there's a whole lot going on with it. But yet again, you need to put in that 50, 60 hours before the game actually starts.
Yeah.
Which is a hell of a thing. So I'm plugging away at that, doing a couple of hours every now and again, just trying to get through this first bit. So playing that, don't know yet.
Okay.
Don't know, but it is full of Russians, so I don't understand anyone.
Well,
and they'll talk to me.
I'll change that.
And they'll talk in Russian, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
I'm so sorry.
I'm English. We're xenophobic. We hate foreigners.
I hate anyone
Everyone.
further than 2 meters away from me.
Yeah, he doesn't talk to me during the week. The only time we speak is when we're in this room.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got sent another game. I got sent the press copy of the Ottoman Empire, which is the otter-based arena shooter type. You've got to destroy robots, bits like that. You can actually wish list it on Steam at the moment. Whatever the hell that means. I've never wished for anything on Steam.
That means
apart
when
from free
it gets
games.
discounted, it'll be like a
little notification.
something on your wish list has been discounted. Here's how much it costs now. Yeah.
Or when it releases.
Or when it
When
releases.
this game's out now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, apparently you can do that now.
Okay.
But picking through the otters, I can't decide which otter I want to be. There is one guy who's got a rocket launcher and he's really slow. And when you're playing single player, don't play as the slow otter, because everything just butchers you. Because there's AI robots.
There's no
you've got.
support.
Well, I'm the only one playing it at
Yeah.
the moment. As soon as you go out to play this game, you're like, yeah, let's play. Oh god, it's me. Oh god, I've got a huge gun which will kill anything in one shot. But I walk so slowly, and there's a whole load of bad guys. And then you've got the little ones with the dual guns, and you go around so you can play. It's supposed to be played with a controller. The dash motion at the moment isn't great. It doesn't fully work as you're going. The timing of how you tap it is very inconsistent.
I apologise.
But it is actually a really nice, fun at the moment. Just shooter, a silly shooter.
Okay.
And that's what it is.
I love silly shooters.
Yeah.
So I like to play this game.
Yeah. It's kind of like if Overwatch took itself less. Oh, do you reckon we could go
Three
pro?
of us should go pro on the Ottoman Empire.
That'd be amazing.
I can carry you.
Physically, yes.
But yes. So the Ottoman Empire, spelled Ottoman Empire, exactly like the Ottoman Empire. I was wrong. I thought maybe there was a spelling difference, but no.
It's not spelled Ottoman Empire.
Yes, but that's how the Ottoman Empire is spelled.
I thought that was spelled Ottoman Empire.
Or maybe it is. I'm dyslexic.
You dyslexic bastard.
Yeah, you be
Learn how to
jealous.
spell, you idiot.
So it's not a case of learning
Learn how to spell, moron. All right? Dyslexic.
So we get really good holidays, yeah? We go back to talking about our holidays.
We can learn to spell in that time.
At least I can read.
I can read, dickhead. I can't spell.
Idiot over there can't read.
Same thing, innit? Spelling and reading.
I played Sayonara Wild Hearts.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Is
the
the
rhythm game.
rhythm-based pop album.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
It's a news to me.
Apple
Inform
Arcade.
me.
I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but I know it's on Apple Arcade.
Oh, it's on Nintendo Switch. It's
there you go.
on most things at the moment. It is a beautiful shit rhythm game.
What's it called again?
Right.
Sayonara Wild Hearts. And yes, so it's basically supposed to be a rhythm game. You're going through a pop track is supposed to start playing, and then you go through these most messed up, beautiful worlds where you're kind of like in part of a bike gang and you're taking down other bikers. So you collect coins as you go, and then there is rhythm-based button jumps that you've got to do and move between. It's honestly, it's really hard to describe because every level is just trippy as fuck. Right? There's one where you ditch your motorbike, jump on the back of a stag, and then start going through the forest where you're then attacked by a three-headed robot dog, and then the world changes, and then visually it's beautiful. As a game, the rhythm elements are nothing. You don't even have to do it in time.
Right, okay.
Well, the timing doesn't matter. I can literally be like, I missed that. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, I'm supposed to press a button. Boop. Well done, you passed. Oh,
that sucks.
And you're just like, okay, that doesn't quite work. The pop songs, there's a couple of them where it starts kicking into it and you're like, oh my god, this is a really catchy tune, I like this, and then the level ends and you haven't even hit the chorus of the song.
Yeah.
And you're like, hang on, I thought this was supposed to be like a rhythm based pop album that you're going through where I'm going to be like, oh, look at this interesting bit, hear this song, let's take this through. You know, I imagined it as if Muse released an album, but instead of releasing it as an album, they've released it as a video game. You're going, you're going to get here every song on this album, but you're going to play it as a game. And I was like, you know what, that sounds fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I'd love that. And then there's maybe so far I think I've got 4 more levels to complete, and so far I think I've heard 3 songs all the way through. The rest of the time they just kind of cut into them, and at the weirdest points as well. It's not like it seems like, oh look, here's the flow of the song. We're going to go through here, hit the middle 8, and then just end it. Okay, we haven't hit the chorus, but we're going to tease them into it, and maybe that comes later. It's just like, here we go, we're going in, and then we'll stop the game there. Hang on, the beat hasn't really kicked in yet. I haven't really heard the themes that it's playing against, and
it sounds like a crap game. Quite honestly, the way you're describing it, it sounds crap.
It's not crap because visually, it's brilliant.
So it's really pretty.
It's really pretty. The movement works. If you didn't call it a rhythm game and you went, it's an old school arcade shooter,
it'd be fine.
You'd be like, you know what, I'll go with this.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
But they do call it a rhythm game.
I don't. Part of the ones I've seen is a rhythm game, but it's not. It's not a rhythm game.
Okay.
But it is very beautiful. The songs are really catchy. They're not my genre of music at all, but there are some definite catchy songs in there.
Is it by the same? Is it all one band?
I assume so. I haven't really looked into that because I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm here for the game. I did honestly think it was going to be another. What the hell's that game? Avicii? Is that
Invector?
No. What's he called? He's called Avicii.
Avicii is EDM. You're thinking of?
Yeah,
genre.
Yawn Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Invector, then it's great.
No, I still think it's Yawn Factory, just with a good game attached to it.
Motherfucker. Doesn't know what he's talking about. He can't
Hey,
read, can't spell.
Don't bring
Can't
cats
do
into
maths.
this.
Yeah.
You know,
I can do math. My maths is incredible.
making,
1 and 1, 2,
I'm
boom!
making up symptoms for dyslexia.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Can't use his left hand.
Yeah, you know, goes numb every 5 minutes.
I told you I played a lot.
Yeah,
So I've got to
yeah.
get through. Sorry, guys. I played Woven, which is a game he sent me
Oh,
midway
yeah.
through the week.
Okay, alright.
So classic Indie Credible sends me a game is that I get a code and what it's for, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I get that now.
Here we go. Put it in. This game called Woven comes up. I'm like, I recognise this name. Why do I recognise this name?
I was too busy with Sparklight, so I couldn't play it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. It's fine. Send me codes. Go for it. I'm up for it.
Oh
I'll play games.
no! Free games.
Put it on, and I'm busy playing this game. Basically, you are a sewn together animal that lives in a
Right.
woolen world, and you find this little machine. And this machine's sort of like, help me, something's gone wrong. Where are we going? There's a really spooky story going on, and you're going along this beautifully woolen world, and you keep finding the machines. And one of the machines is like an old Singer sewing machine, except kind of steampunked up. And if you go into it, you can change parts of your body. It'll re-stitch you. So you get new powers. So you change from, you start off as an elephant, you can get like a deer's head, which will allow you well, it doesn't allow you ram, allows you to jump. And you're like, oh, this is really interesting. I like this idea. And you've basic puzzles you've got to go through, moving animals to different places, things like that. It's a very
Sounds very cool.
child-friendly game, as in puzzle-wise.
Yeah.
Sounds really cool. It has the worst control system for a console that I've played in God knows how long. So on the PC,
Yep.
basically, it was where it started, and this is where I realised I've seen it before. It came out years ago.
Oh,
Came out
okay, so
years
it's
ago on
already
PC.
released, yeah.
And you've got a menu system for your electronic bug that follows you around, and you've got a menu system for your little fluffy man who's going around and you can change bits for. Okay?
Right.
So to activate a machine, you go into the menu for the bug, you go activate machine, activates the machine. To look at things on the floor, inspect patterns, which will help you change the colour of your character. It doesn't do anything, it's just aesthetics.
Yeah.
You go into the menu system for your bug, you select look, and it looks.
Right.
And you're like, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
You want to jump with your main character, you go into the menu system for your character. You press jump, and he jumps. You can only jump in certain areas that are on the floor. And you want to stomp your foot or attack in some sort of way. You go into the menu system for your character. You select, you want to stomp the floor, and he stomps the floor. You're only ever using 2 buttons on a control pad that has a shit ton of buttons nowadays. And you're having to select jump and that. There's one point where there are 5 ledges very close to each other. There are these little circles on it, and you've got to go into the menu selection wheel, select jump, he'll jump to the next one. You walk forward 2 selects, go menu system, select jump, he jumps again. I've got to do this another 4 times, and you're just like, no kid is going to play this game.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Did
Oh, look, I
an
need to
insane
move this
person
screen.
make that game? I've never heard of something
It
crazier
makes
in my life.
no sense at all. And you're sitting there going, why have they done this?
That's so weird.
Because as well,
That's
so
torture.
far, there may be more selections coming up, but for the distance I've got into the game, there are only 3 options to do anyway. Why can't I have my 4 buttons
How long did you play it for?
be a jump? I played it for an hour and 45 minutes so
I'm
far.
surprised you made it that far.
Well, I to be honest, it's very cute. And you're walking around, it's an exploration puzzle
That's not
game.
enough. If that's
And
the
you're just like,
control
oh.
scheme, being cute isn't enough.
I was in that mood. I was zoning out after a day of dealing with children. You're just like, right, I'm going to go play a game. I don't have to think about this
I'd
one.
have deleted that.
Well,
About
to be
30
honest,
minutes. Yeah.
when I got to the puzzle which I'm at the moment, and it's not a puzzle, right? Let's be quite clear. These are children's puzzles. You talk to a duck, the duck swims away, and then you have to jump over this. Hang on, let's go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps before. Basically, I assume before the duck gets back.
Right.
So you're on a time limit here.
Uh-huh.
So you rush to the start of the jump. Menu, jump. Next section. Menu, jump. Menu, jump. And I'm thinking, what the... I gave up. Not because I couldn't do it, and not because the duck came back,
Yeah.
or whatever the hell the bird was. I was just like,
That's sheer
I'm not
lunacy.
sitting here going through this menu system.
Imagine games were just like that. You had to go to the menu for every action.
It really did blow my mind as I'm playing it, thinking, okay,
Does that count as turn-based?
yes,
That's
yeah.
almost worse. That's so. I don't know.
Backward. It's like an Argos.
It
Isn't
makes
I'm blown away
It
by
makes
this.
absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense at all while it's there. It really does.
Someone needs to pay for this, right? There needs to be some justice.
Well, Alter Ego Games are the ones who made it, and I think you're right. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. I know that you can only jump once you've signed those parts on, but then again, that shouldn't mean you have to go into a menu system to say that's all right.
So weird.
It's just if they've got the parts, you press A and he jumps. Oh, look at that! I can play this game now.
Yeah.
Just really blew my mind. The last one I want to talk about. You know how last week we talked about games that went under the radar that people should play?
Yep.
Yes.
And we said ours, we had Gardens Between and all of those lot.
Mm-hmm.
I played Evoland Legendary Edition,
What is
right? Which came out
yeah,
in
yeah.
February early this year. It's an
Okay.
RPG game.
Yeah.
But it takes you through the generations of RPGs. So you start off as a top-down Game Boy game.
Yep. Turn-based, I assume.
No, Zelda,
Oh, okay.
right? But wait.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So you start top-down, it's green and black.
Right.
All you can do is move to the right. You move to the right, you open a chest, and it goes, now you've opened up being able to move to the left. And you're like, what is this game doing? You move to the left. Now you can move up and down. Okay, here we go. You get to the top, it goes, yeah, basically. But each chest you open as you travel through opens up a new thing that happens in RPG games. And it takes you through the very early style RPGs, from it being a Zelda style game of, right, well, you're moving across the map, and when you go out that side of the screen, the map scrolls across to there like Zelda, and then you see a new one.
Right.
To then you being in the centre of the screen and the map travels around with you, to then it going from 8-bit to 16-bit graphics, from going from these grayscale graphics to really pixelated colour graphics.
Yeah.
And all the time, it's each time you're opening a new chest that you're finding, it's introducing new elements of RPGs. Oh, well, now you've got levelling. Now you can collect different weapons and items. Now you've got these different bits that open bits here. Oh, now we've gone to the overworld map, and straight away it goes into a Final Fantasy VII sort of style look on the overworld map, but with dodgy pixel graphics. And each time you find a chest, they're literally opening up these different sort of traits, these genre-defining traits of different RPG games from throughout history. At the moment, I am pretty much in Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Because graphically, the graphics change
Yeah.
as they've gone on from finding chests. If you don't find a chest, though, you still move through the game, but the graphics won't change. Things won't go forwards. You'll get
This
stuck in
sounds
these time
great.
ones. I am loving it.
Yeah.
Is there combat? Like,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so-
Turn-based?
Uh,
Sometimes.
Or does
It's
it go
mixing.
with the time?
it goes with the
Sometimes
time.
turn-based.
And so if you go down into a dungeon, it's
Yeah.
very Zelda-esque dungeons.
Yeah.
So it's you swing your swords. When you're in the overworld, it's at the moment it's turn-based. But turn-based starts off turn-based early Final Fantasy, slowly moves up to 7. As I said, at the moment I'm hitting 8. So you're starting to get more materia and things like that, and it jokes about it. And your sword you get is Cloud Sword, and it jokes about it. And the whole thing is this is obviously a love letter to
Yeah.
RPG games
Sounds
as
like a
they've gone
playable
through.
museum of
Yeah.
RPGs.
And I'm loving it.
Sounds good.
Evoland.
I've been
Wait,
Evoland
pause.
Legendary Edition. I'm playing this on Nintendo Switch at the moment, and it's actually on sale in the UK or in the European zone or whatever as we speak. I don't know about the other areas, but it's
Sounds great. Yeah.
and this one actually is 2 games. You get Evoland 1 and Evoland 2.
Okay.
So I mean, I haven't even hit Evoland 2 yet, so I don't know how long this is. But what's great is because I've hit number 8, 7, 8. As you go into the villages, each time it swaps between scenes, different parts of the village, it goes to a loading screen. But it's done on purpose. It's not a real loading screen, it's a fake one to remember you what it's like. And from one of the shop people, you can buy an upgraded DVD player, which will allow the loading screens to cut. And it's all these silly things in the end. And you're like, I'm loving it.
I really
I'm
hope
absolutely
when you finish
loving it.
1 and you go to 2, it says please insert disc 2.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't
So
it? That'd be
good.
absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna. Well, maybe Evoland 2 isn't RPGs.
Oh, maybe they
What was
tried
the
a different genre.
Because it's
First
the
person shooters.
title. The title isn't RPG Evoland. It's Evoland.
Yeah.
So
So just,
it's
but
the
that's,
evolution of any kind of game.
Sim
that is
game.
how it's evolving.
What?
Evolution of a sim game.
Wait, that's
Starts
it?
with Tamagotchi, ends up with SimCity 7000.
Is that
Well,
come out?
you can't actually play it because you have to be
Yeah.
online all the time, otherwise it will.
If you don't have an
Shut it
internet,
down.
just doesn't work.
Please return in 2022.
But this is a hidden gem. At the moment, this
Okay.
is a game that
Yep.
full on that.
I've
I missed.
I've seen it. I've not didn't know anything of it.
Yeah, no, I completely missed it.
Mm.
I was like, no idea of this. Didn't know what it was.
Evoland.
Evoland.
Nice.
Legendary Edition on Nintendo Switch. I think, yet again, it's Switch showing this is the place you want to play a lot of these games. Because,
Yeah.
I've been playing this a lot, as in at work.
Nice.
Yeah, kids do that. Shut up, you little shit.
Nice. You did play a lot, didn't you?
Yes, I played a lot. That's me. That's
Nice.
me done.
Well done.
And that's the end of the podcast. How many hours have we been into this now?
Tell me, boy, do you want to go next? Because I know what you've played, and I can
I've
kind of then
played
lead on to. I can lead on to mine.
A single game, because that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I played Sparklight, but I haven't finished it. I've only played a little bit of it because I've sort of been dipping in and out while Em's in the shower, or if she's not talking to me because she hates me.
And you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
You guys married yet?
No.
But that's what it will feel like.
But yeah, at first, well, I'm sure you probably know this already because it had quite a big launch this week with the trailers coming out everywhere. But
Can I be honest about this? I don't know anything about this because I've been playing a shitload of other games, so I
That's
haven't
what I
actually
asked
had a
for,
chance.
Yeah, so I spoke about Spotlight last week, which is my review's up now anyway.
yes, yeah,
It's the Zelda style
top-down Zelda
action adventure game with Metroidvania-y,
Yeah.
roguelite, very roguelite-y elements.
roguelike Die at Zero. Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I might hate this game.
Well, no, you didn't get punished for dying. apart from just-
That bit's not really a thing. It's,
okay.
the only thing you lose from dying is some of the little widgets. Is like
Yeah.
they're like items you pick up when you're about.
and
You
that's
just lose
it.
them
And the
every
map's
time.
not big, so
No.
when you die, you probably lose 2 minutes of moving across the map. That is
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. But yeah, it's got obviously you mentioned in your review about how the upgrade system works, like these patches. It's almost like inventory.
that's my
management,
favourite
reminds me
element of the game.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, you know, additions like more damage, bigger health. You can charge yourself quicker. You've got a map instantly of the world. You can see the world. Stuff like that you can add and combine things and take things off and swap around and stuff while you're playing, which changes the game quite a lot depending on what kind of style of play you want to go for.
Okay.
But it's just sort of fun. At first I didn't really get along with it. I thought this is kind of boring.
Okay.
Oh, well, it felt right at the beginning. It felt like it lacked the direction of a Zelda game.
Yeah.
Like
As in the story isn't really there. It's
it's
just,
the thing. You know when you drop into one of those top-down Zelda games, you're like, this is your mission. Go to these dungeons and just finish this. You know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Go to each dungeon, get each upgrade from each dungeon, and then fight the boss. That's a Zelda game.
Yeah.
This is more sort of. You have that, but I didn't feel like. I was like, why am I really doing this?
yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree.
Yeah.
The story isn't bad, it's just not good.
I am ignoring it now.
But on a compliment to that, the game never forces you into this. It doesn't go like we're trying to over promote this story. It doesn't ever overly force you down the story route. You just kind of it's there as a vehicle or a reason why you're going through dungeons.
There's a fair bit of grind to it, I will say.
So did you find that? So I didn't find there was a grind at all.
Sometimes there isn't because you just naturally pick up, Sparklight, which is the currency of the world. You naturally pick it up just from killing enemies and whatnot. But sometimes when you think, oh, I need that upgrade, you know.
I just kind of thought I'd naturally get it, so I just went and done whatever.
Oh, you know, okay. For me, it's like, oh, I really need that. It's going to help me a lot. Like for this boss, I feel like I need that. So I go down there specifically to grind Sparklight to get.
That's the issue with the game.
Yeah.
You don't need it for the bosses, and I say this in the review.
Oh, do you not? I'm
So it introduces these really cool gadgets, as they call them, And you got like there's a ray gun you can get. There's like you get this. You even get a bomb on a balloon, which is quite cool.
Yeah, you have to get blueprints for them in
yeah.
the workshop.
But the issue is, there's like 1 or 2 environmental puzzles in that map section where you got it from that you can use to get like a quarter heart patch to increase your health. But only one boss fight uses one gadget.
Really?
And that is it. And you don't even have to use the gadget on it. Like
Just makes it a bit easier.
there's a gadget that makes you go on. You can like go underwater,
right?
For a very small amount of time, and the boss effectively has these lasers. So you can either just dodge the lasers, or you can just go into the pond and just press duck, and then get out and hit him. But it's the only boss that utilises any of the gadgets, and the gadgets feel seriously underutilised, and they're just there for no reason. Like they're there for padding, effectively, of going go get this little shiny.
I
tool.
find they make things slightly easier, but not hugely. Because I think a lot of the things you find in the world can do the same tasks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, accomplish the same goals in a different way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make it. It makes things slightly.
How
easier
far in
sometimes.
are you? How many
Not far at all.
barons have you killed, or titans?
I'm in the wild. I'm in the Oaklands. Yeah.
So
Oaklands, the autumny area.
Yeah.
I'm exploring that.
Yeah. The second part. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I finished the game this week, and I said in the review, I was enjoying it. I wasn't like blown away by it, but I like these games anyway, and it was quite nice jumping in on the Switch, playing around. I quite like the gameplay loop.
It's quite casual.
I never went around and grinded for Sparklight. I just kind of went and I was like, well, I know the dungeon's over there. I'll just take this long loop around to the dungeon and get a little bit extra on the way.
Yeah, fair
enough.
enough.
So I kind of done that kind of stuff, and then have you found out you can fuse patches?
Yes.
Because he didn't tell me that. Like I was like, I can't fit any more in here. I need more swim.
Oh, that's like straight
space.
away.
And then like I was like, oh,
that's the first upgrade to the medical bay.
See, I didn't read that because I saw you could upgrade it.
That's the only thing I read.
I went straight back and was like, it's not bigger. I was so confused. I was like,
right, yeah.
Why is it not bigger? Why have I made it?
The first upgrade is fusion, and then the second one is make your patch bigger.
Because I didn't read. I was like, I just assumed I'll just make it bigger.
I'm not reading any text. Whenever there's a story, I'm like,
there isn't any text.
Skip all that. You do that with every game, don't you?
Well, it's one of it's fair.
But there's one element.
It's not good enough for me to read. You know what
like
I mean?
so,
you're mocking me for not being able to read, and there you are, Mr.
I choose
Skippy
not
along.
to. You know, with my huge brain, and I can read, and I have disgusting diseases like dyslexia. I can read and choose not to. How does it make you feel, Daniel?
Well, I can read and choose
You
not
barely
to
talk.
yeah.
Dyslexic. I hate him.
I won't speak about it for
It's
ages
also not a
because
disease,
We
but
need a
hey.
cleanse, if you ask me.
A cleanse. Nice.
I mean, I won't speak about ages because the review's up anyway. But
Yeah.
it unfortunately doesn't
I watched half your
utilise.
review, then I got in the shower.
It doesn't utilise your the equipment you want to
I
earn.
was about to say.
Yeah, Storcon.
But the biggest thing was, did you get to the part where I spoke about the final boss encounter?
No.
This is the worst part of the game, by a mile.
What's wrong with it?
So the game is so easy, like so easy. I died.
easy, yeah.
I died once on the first of a boss because I went straight in there. Like I found where it's a Metrovania, you can find, and it changes every time. You can where the Titan hut is completely different another time. My first time in there, I was like, oh, what's this hut? I was like, oh shit, what do I do here?
Oh, right, and
I
then
have
you
no
just
idea what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've not even seen an enemy yet. I just found the boss straight away. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I ended up dying. That was the only time I died. Every other time I just kind of blitzed through. It was so fucking easy. And,
It's the only time you died at
oh no,
boss.
as in died at boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
otherwise you die otherwise.
Amazing the
because,
only time you died.
because you die. That's the idea. Of
That's
the
the
map.
only
You go
way
to
you
a
get
stronger
back to
area.
the
You get
hub
strong.
world.
You go back to the
Oh, okay.
the refuse, and then
That's what's called, yeah.
you upgrade and go. But the final boss fight, the Baron. Spoiler alert, because they will talk about the Baron.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm
Is the
skipping
biggest
stories.
load of bullshit I've ever seen.
Really?
It goes like this massive difficulty spike, and it's not a good difficulty spike. It relies completely on RNG. So basically, you have two boss encounters,
Okay.
and he does his AOE effects. These 4 different AOE attacks. We've all seen them before. Calls lightning down, but they come
Right.
across in different patterns.
Yeah.
Now it's a fine mechanic. The issue they have here is 2 of the patterns it comes down in are random. Like,
Right.
So there are some that are horizontal lines, and you can pretty much work out exactly where they're going to be. And there's another one that's a cross that moves, and you can kind of work out pretty much where that's going to be. Whereas there's one that's complete random dots. Now, the startup time on the animation is far too quick. That if you're in an area where it's going to hit, you can't get out of the way.
Right.
If you're not in an area it's going to hit, you're fine. If it was half a second longer on the the startup animation on it, you could like kind of honing in animation. You could rocket boost out the way, or you could jump out the way, or you could run out the way, but you can't. And you also get caught in attack animations on the second part of it. So when I did beat him, like I was on Discord with your brother, I was playing the boss fight, and I was like, this is just bullshit, because I'm not dying because it's hard. I'm dying because I'm just complete unlucky.
Yeah.
When I did beat him, I beat him purely out of luck, because I was just like, they keep spawning over there. I'm not getting hit. And it was. I didn't feel like I won the game. The game kind of went,
just cheesed it.
You're ready to win now. And it was honestly, I can see why they wanted to make it more of a challenge. And the only mistake on the design of it was the startup time on the AoE animations was too quick. There was no way to react to it.
Sounds crap.
So yeah, it was a really.
Sounds like a pass to me, to be honest.
It was a really shite end. It's not a game I'd send to go out there and.
He's skipping the story. You're saying you don't have to collect all the bits, and then you've got the final boss is RNG.
Yeah.
It's like
you lost me at roguelite and Metroidvania.
When
but
I
then...
play it, I put my own music on, I turn the game music off, and I just sort of like chill out and go.
To be honest, I do that a lot with games anyway.
I don't know if I care about what the game's trying to sell me. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's what I said with
package. But because it's doing this whole 30-second loop, because it's it's an old school style game, so it's just like this bit tune, it's like 30 seconds over and over again. I was like, I'll turn that off, put my own music on, and it's just sort of a long out game for me. It's not saying that I'm.
That's what I say. I mean, if someone likes Metroidvanias and they want something that's uber chilled, they can get through in about 5-6 hours.
It's probably better on the Switch because you can just dip in and out.
Then it's fine, but it's not a game I'd recommend to people. It's potentially seen as like my first Metroidvania, but
Yoku's Island Express.
It doesn't feel like a Metroidvania, to be honest.
No, but it is.
It just feels like
an action adventure game, isn't it?
It feels like a Zelda, but the map changes often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, and that's what you played, isn't it?
Indie game wise, yeah.
I played more Spin Room XD.
I want to play this.
Yeah, I played more of that. I found that I was making a complete mistake last time. When I was moving the mouse around and clicking the mouse button, you don't have to click the mouse button. You just have to move it so you're in line with it. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it gets hard. Like the game gets, and you're doing so much at once. You're like,
that's right.
But it's that good kind of room game that when you get it, you're like, fucking nailed it. I beat for here I come, baby. Woo! You're like, yeah. Headphones on, one ear off.
Oh yeah, one ear off, surely.
Of course, yeah.
Monster Energy in one hand.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
You've got a sponsor, so.
I line up my Warhammer figures there. Are you ready? I put one like so wobbly, so you hear it, and they're like, loving life. But no, it's fun. It's any rhythm game. It does what rhythm games should do, where it doesn't force you to keep playing it. It's just if you want to jump in and play some with me. Play some with me. If you don't want to play me for 6 months, don't play me for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I played a new game that I was recommended by a few people for like hidden gem games, which was I've actually had it on my Steam for ages, and I gave a key to Moloch, one of our patrons, and his daughter played it, and he got back in touch and she really liked it.
Yeah.
It's called Magic Revival Driftlands, and it's an RTS
Not
game,
really
basically.
a catchy name there, is
It
it?
certainly isn't, yeah.
It's an RTS game, much like something like The Settlers.
Okay.
Now, I kind of jumped into it, and the first 20 minutes, I was like, alright, whatever, cool, great. Like, the tutorial was really fecking boring. It was really like, now do this.
Well, most
and it's
are,
like,
let's be honest.
I've played an RTS before, like, can we get to the actual, I want to learn what your game...
Well,
like,
The Settlers, you say it's like The Settlers, that was quite a cutesy sort of...
Yeah, so this is that kind of...
So is this kind of my first RTS?
No, because it gets seriously fecking hard.
Alright, maybe not.
So, because this is what the tutorial is annoying. The tutorial is just an RTS tutorial. It's not a this game's tutorial. It's a this is how you play an RTS. Click here and then move down. I
mean,
know
I
how
could
to
do
this.
that.
Yeah, it's like what's unique about your game? How do I play your game?
Yeah.
And it does a little bit of it here or there. Then you go into the actual campaign, and there's 3 campaigns and a locked campaign as well. And the campaigns, there's like a humans campaign, an elf campaign, and a mages campaign.
Classic RTS.
Yes.
And what it is the world has been broken up by magic. Like you have these shattered floating islands.
Classic magic.
And what you have to do is you have to effectively you have to send off your little hero who's on an eagle to go and scout the land out, to then use magic to pull the islands back to you, and then send people to the island to then scout the island to find out what resources you can get from that island, to then choose whether you want to build a farm or mining posts on there to then get that resources, to then keep growing like that. There's it gets in depth like you would expect. Like you have to then charge taxes, and then you charge so many taxes. You then have rioters in your village, and they're like, "We fucking hate you!" And you're like, "Why is everything on fire?" Like and people just. I mean, I was like, "Taxes up, taxes up, taxes up."
And that's
like
why
a civilization,
everybody
but-
hated you.
Well, I was like, "I need money. I need to build a farm here. I'll whack the
sounds
taxes
like you've
up."
got the mix of a Civ.
Yeah.
So it's the RTS in terms of what you'd expect from like a combat RTS came in a little bit later on.
Okay.
Now you have your main hero who, if they die, you game over. Okay, and then but you can create other archers. Archers are on birds that fly around, and then you have knights who are actual in like foot soldiers.
Yeah.
And then there are, by the looks of it, there's dragons. Like I watched the trailer afterwards. I was like, oh wow, I hardly scratched the surface because there's a guy flying a dragon, and I didn't have that. And it's the campaign reminded me a lot of Red Alert. Like
the Command and Conquer.
Yeah, just like the kind of go meet up with this person here, and you meet up with this person, and they're like, oh, we need to infiltrate these people over here, but the whole moving of the islands is a kind of mechanic because it's like this jigsaw. Like what I enjoy, I go to, oh, that's green. I know it's going to have good for farmland, and then you have to move that around here, and otherwise you end up having this really cumbersome map. That when you send your knights across, they've got to go like across these bridges.
Oh, okay, so
like
it's kind of a puzzle to put it together.
Building the island together. That sounds quite nice.
And it's nice. It's I was like, this is really chilled, and it was that classic RTS moment when then I found in like what do they call it, a raven's nest, and then all of a sudden like 20 ravens just come and attack me. I was like, fuck! Like, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Taxes are too high, so I've got rioters going off, or I've got ravens attacking my land, and I'm like, game over, I'm done. So it was that very much that you think everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, but it's very nice. It's cutesy. It runs really nicely. I whacked it all up to max settings, and I was like, this looks nice. It feels nice. It is definitely a game that like I played an hour and a half of, and I barely got into the game. I've done 2 missions out of 8 on one campaign. And we're talking like, the first mission is, go find this person. The second mission is, build a base here. And that's all I managed to do in an hour and a half. And it's not because it's slow, it's because it has so much you need to learn and get your head around.
Yeah.
And as you go forward, it has the whole thing. You level up your castle, you can then craft better things, you can level up other stuff, but then it gets more expensive, and you charge more on the crops, and then they get pissed off, and you tax them more, and they get pissed off. And you can make an example of people. See, there's like people, writers. You can
He's a dictator, isn't he?
But see, I think this is the problem and why you shouldn't be allowed to play these games.
Yeah.
Because your first instinct is to raise taxes and make examples of people. Are you the sheriff of Nottingham?
So what you can do, is if there's a
Wouldn't it
writer,
be great if an AI Robin Hood character rose
Just
out of the
turns
ashes?
up,
if there's a writer, basically your knights go kill a writer, but if they catch one, and like you can get a choice, execute or keep, you can keep them, and then you can make an example and throw them off the islands. So you do that, and then all of a sudden, all the angry faces next to your taxes go all the way down again. So you whack tax up even more now.
Yeah, because they're
You're
terrified
literally
of you.
a dictator.
It's a
That's
dictator.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
No.
You
But
sit back and
I
watch
will
Schwab
say,
burn and go.
That sounds like a freaking brilliant game.
I think you would love it.
That's
I would probably,
I'd
I'd probably love that game.
It is hours and hours, and there is multiplayer as well. and it's
Considering
co-op.
there's a tutorial on how to play RTSs, I might even be able to play it.
It is, but it is. Honestly, I reckon you're probably looking at 15 hours per campaign. And
Yeah.
there's a hidden locked campaign as well, which I don't know who that is.
And then you've got the
Dwarfs.
multiplayer.
Dwarfs. And there's multiplayer. I don't know how the multiplayer would work in terms of, is it just destroy their castle? I guess it would be something like that.
Yeah, my guess in any sort of RTS, it will be about total world domination.
How does that work, RTS multiplayer?
So this is basically it.
Do
Like,
you have like time to set up and then you just fight each other?
Well,
the
you
strategy
have
you
your
can like
first
build
base.
defences, or do you get aggressive and build units and send
You
them off
can
to
either
go?
spend your time going, right, I'm going to build my army and stack
Right.
up their things, or you can be that cheeky son of a bitch who builds a couple at the start and then just raids their base and kills their peons and kills
What I
that
used to
lot,
do
and
is
then you...
when I used to play, I remember going to my friend's house and his dad was this IT guy,
Right.
and we had he could play the PC downstairs, PC upstairs, and he could play Command and Conquer Red Alert
yeah.
against each other. And my mind was blown as like his 11-year-old, like, what? And I used to make up loads of tanks, and then I'd send them to the top right of the map. So then when he invaded me and there was nothing left in his camp, I'd just send them around.
destroy them all.
Just be like, yeah, I what? What? You didn't say anything? Yeah, I did, mate. They've been up there for the last 20 minutes.
It's a classic thing. What you do is you build your main base in the top left hand, second main base, top left hand corner, and send all your troops there because you know they know where you are now. So they invade and destroy it, and then you're like, oh, look at you guys standing there partying.
Yeah.
You're all dead. Oh no! RTS is about being a dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a dictator.
No.
But no, I think you would love this. I think you really, really like it. It's definitely going to go on Hidden Gems. Like, I've already recorded stuff. I want to keep playing it. Just need to find time. Let's go on to some news.
Let's do the news.
Let's go to news.
Jesus, we're only at the news.
Okay, most of the news coming out came from XO19 announcements here or there. But, so we kick off with Nexon. Nexon announced a kart racing game called Kart Rider Drift.
How original.
Well, that's what I thought. Turns out the Kart Rider series is actually 16 years old. There's been 7 Kart Rider games. They are massive in Asia, even bigger than Mario Kart. They have actual tournaments, like full-on tournaments. They had tournaments for this game before Mario Kart esports existed. Like,
interesting.
Yes, I had no idea this game existed. This one called Drift, I've been watching some preview stuff online about it. It's very much what people are calling the thinking man's kart racer, in terms of there are a lot of mechanics you have to think about when you're actually racing. It's not a case of, I just take this corner. It's like a lot of drifting is a big mechanic, hence the name.
What,
but then,
is it like a sim, but everything's cute?
Yeah, basically. It's a sim kart racer.
Okay. Interesting.
But it's cute. Okay. And apparently it's really fucking hard. But it's hard because it has this whole competitive scene that people want to get very good at the game.
So what's the news?
So the news is they announced a new one that's coming to the West.
Right, okay, interesting. So this has never been in the West?
No. You could buy it online, but it was never localised in the West.
Yeah.
This one is coming to the West. They're always free to play. It's a free to play kart racer.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yep, all the games are free to play. It was announced at XO19. Microsoft have signed a deal now with Nexon, so it's coming over here.
So it's a Japanese game?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Korean?
They're signing with Microsoft.
They are... You can sign up now. If you go to Google, type in Kart Rider Drift, then you can sign up to the beta. And if you sign up soon, then you're pretty much guaranteed access to the beta. It's only on PC, the beta, but it's on the 6th of December. It runs for a weekend. And yeah, it's coming to Xbox and PC. It's only coming to Xbox PC. Isn't coming to Switch. Isn't coming to PlayStation to start with. But it's a free-to-play kart racer that I'd never even heard of. Someone who likes sim racing games, I'm going to give it a go. I like kart races as well.
Yeah.
But it's weird because you watch it and you're like, this looks like a rip-off of Mario Kart. That's what I thought straight away.
Yeah.
Then I researched. I was like, oh, this is kind of it's not before Mario Kart, but this was what pushed forward competitive kart racing more than Mario Kart did. It was like, what? How have we never heard of Kart Rider?
Strange.
As a
I've
series?
never heard of it at all.
No.
Yeah.
Like, very odd. But yeah, that's coming. It's coming out It's coming out March next year, but the beta is coming on the 6th of December. If you want to sign up to Kart Rider Drift, I'm going to be signing up to it.
I'll probably give it a go. Yeah,
Give it a go.
I like races and I like kart races.
I don't like sim races. I like arcade races.
You say that you're pretty good at the game that's gone silent now, and I think it's been cancelled.
Oh yeah,
Apex Legends.
Racing Apex.
Racing Apex.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, I was actually incredible at that. Now you say it.
Yeah, why has that gone silent,
I
man?
don't
I'm
know.
so
I don't know.
I was a savant.
I don't know if
Okay.
Curve might have dropped it or something. I don't know.
Boo.
Boo.
But it's gone very, very, very silent. Read-only memories is the next part of news. The game that you guys didn't really like.
Yeah.
We announced a little while ago that there is a comic series coming out for it, bridging the gap between Read-only memories 1 and 2. 4 comics coming out. Number 1 will release on December the 18th. IDW are publishing it. You can buy it online on the website, the Read Only Memories website, or you can wait for them all to come out and you can buy a trade issue, which probably will be late available. Normally around 6 months after the singles are available. But yeah, I mean, I like the game. I've already been into Scorch, our local comic shop, and been like, "Can you get this in for me?" He's like, "Yep, it's all ordered." And he's like, "I've never heard of this," and I'm like, "Don't worry, but just order it." It's fine. So I'm going to get that in. I'm interested to see what it does. I like the artwork of the game as well, so it'd be nice to see how the artwork transcends into a Transfers into a comic.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Good transcend.
if you consider comics above games, then
Yeah, of course they are. They're before
Some
games.
comics really are.
They're before
Well,
games. They
not
Not
inspire
all
games.
of them. There are some that are far below
Okay.
games.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Moving on.
you guys interested in reading it? Probably not.
No.
No. Do you? So I want to ask you: do you like the idea of games, probably more indie games
Yes.
than AAA games,
Oh, right, okay. More to that question.
taking a route of potential like cross-media storytelling? So
Yes.
in terms
Yeah,
of
well, I've always liked
Very
the
much
games.
so.
I liked that about TF2 did that for a while. They
Yeah.
still do it. They had
Zelda did a
They
brilliant
had a
one.
it's not a
series.
game, mate. It's a hobby.
they had a comic series. It was great. As a story
Zelda
to the
did
game.
it. Zelda's got a
It's
wonderful
got
graphic
manga, isn't it?
novel.
It's got
Yeah.
manga as well.
Portal 2 had that story about Doug Ratman.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was actually, I love the art in that one.
Nice. Is there any like cartoons that come out? Like any?
Well, like animated cartoons.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a game that's gone into a cartoon because I know Stranger Things has gone
Sonic
into a
the
game.
Hedgehog.
Yes, Sonic the
Yeah,
Hedgehog.
he's a
Mario
cartoon.
did the
Mario's
same.
a cartoon. Mario, a great film. 1993. Also, Gritty,
Such a dick.
new Sonic.
Looks great,
Looks
doesn't
great,
it?
yeah.
So much better.
They got
What an
the they
improvement.
got the people who worked on Sonic Mania
Don't
did
you
they
think?
really?
to do the art stuff
Good
for it.
move.
Don't you think it makes Jim Carrey's performance, which was great in the shit version, even better now?
Somehow
Somehow just
it
having the right
improves
face.
the look of the
Yeah,
film.
someone seems
Even though it is the same film.
Yeah.
people seem to everyone was commenting how good Sonic looks, which I agree.
yeah.
But very few were commenting. The first thing I thought was like, I'm not a Sonic fan, but he's in Sonic World. Like he's in the Green Valleys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great
Like,
Green Hill Zone.
It's Green Hill. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, he's doing the loops.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it seems to be he's come to our dimension.
To get away from
Yeah. from
being
something.
pestered.
Yeah.
And then, Dr. Robotnik.
Are they
finds him.
gonna imply that Robotnik comes from our dimension and he transfers into?
I think so,
dimension to-
because in the original one he wasn't Dr. Robotnik, he was
Dr.
Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
And I think Eggman.
Eggnog.
Sorry, I just cracked my fucking foot. That really
It's
hurt.
fine. Who
Eggnog.
needs it?
Oh, Christmas soon.
Oh
isn't it?
god, I hate eggnog.
Never had eggnog.
Eggnog with
Well,
a little
with a
turtleneck.
whole-
I might as well be George Michael.
What, dead?
Yeah. and gay.
It is the painkillers.
I love an LA's toilet, me. I love an LA toilet. Yeah.
Anyway, back to
Rip
gaming.
to George.
Indeed. Don't let the sun go down on him.
Yeah, no, I think anytime any sort of game can move between
Yeah.
different
It's
genres.
great,
Brilliant.
yeah, I like
it's
it.
like with Critical Role, who've done the comic books, but they're also in computer games.
Yeah. Extended question.
Go on,
A
extend
game
it.
each that you would like an extra piece of media from. Comic, book, film,
Ooh.
cartoon.
Ooh.
I'll kick you off.
Go on, do it. I'm gonna think. while you
Crossing
talk.
Souls, because their animations, their little
Yeah,
cutscenes
yeah.
were stunning. I would love that kind of cartoon of that. Just this very short little. We're doing 3 episodes of a cartoon, a
Here's an
prequel, whatever
animated
it is.
TV
Like
series. Go for it.
that's something I would quite like.
Dead air, guys.
I mean,
Dead
Dark
air.
Crystal's got like.
Oh, where
It's-
the fuck is that game? To be honest,
There
there
was
was
January's coming.
really
think
because
it's
that's
January.
ridiculously late.
Yeah.
It should have come out with the release, or at least a month after. What was it called? Kids on Bikes.
Nights on Bikes.
Nice.
Lights on Bikes, which is an RPG system.
Yep.
But I'd love a cartoon series of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is your classic kids'
That's good,
TV.
yeah.
It's about kids and their imagination going through the 80s.
Yep.
It'd be brilliant. It'd be like Stranger Things, but without the lame third season.
I like third season.
Oh, second season.
Second season's got some low points, yeah.
Episode 7.
I would like to see a cartoon also of Yoku's Island Express. Very colourful
that'd be
characters.
quite- yeah.
Already has a great art style.
Yeah?
I think that could translate quite well into a friendly little
I
cartoon.
don't know, it
I'd
gets
enjoy.
really dark.
Oh, a lot of cartoons do these days.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Let's look at In the Night Garden. Everyone's on acid.
that is a nightmare.
That is,
That's a
yeah.
bad
like-
trick. That's a bad trick.
What? Who? Eagle pick? What
Is it
the
still
fuck?
going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I need to
hate
know
it.
what you. It's,
Well, saying that, as old people,
As old people?
did you
And
think the
you're
same
mocking
thing
me.
about the Teletubbies?
no,
No,
they,
you
they
see-
were after me. Like,
Yeah,
as
but
in-
they
you
were
got to see-
they were my generation. I was part of that big boom of.
See,
of
the problem is,
Teletubbies.
when the Teletubbies were big, I was about 16. And my
Right.
mates were off their tits. So Teletubbies was the
Ooh.
fucking
that freaked
nuts.
me out. I think. I don't.
Teletubbies was tame,
You
I
sit
think,
there
compared to In the
stoned
Night
and
Garden.
I think
someone
that's
would
sort
scream
of the
Tubby
previous
Toast.
generations.
Tubby
Tubby
Toast.
Toast.
And at that point, you had to have toast.
Man, I go Tubby
Like
toast.
you just had
Tubby
to have
custard
toast.
though.
Tubby
No,
custard.
tubby custard was what happens after a wank. Because it goes on your belly. And you've just got,
So
man,
you guys
tubby
didn't
custard.
think it was weird growing up?
What?
Well, growing
Well,
up.
no,
you were
I
an
was
old man.
16.
Yeah. But I thought in the Night Garden, I must have been about 16 when that came out, and now I thought that was fucking bizarre when I saw that.
It's worse than Teletubbies. It
It's
just
so
makes no
much
sense. It
weirder.
just makes no
But
sense.
do you remember there's like a dollhouse in Teletubbies with like a finger puppet that lives in there, and they sometimes go over there and he turns the lights on and he turns them off,
I don't know. I was
and,
fucking
and
out
then
of it, mate.
and
What
then
are you
a
talking
thing
about?
comes out the ground.
Okay, does it? Time for Tubby custard.
Yeah, that's
So-
time for Teletubbies.
That's it, yeah.
Time for Teletubbies.
And the baby facing in the sun.
the baby in the sun,
Yeah.
and then they'd all go, oh, oh, and then the same
Fight to
play,
see who it was, wasn't it?
something
Yeah.
would play on their
Boom,
bellies.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Sorry, tubbies. and then after it finished, this video of some
Would
real
replay.
children, they go again, and then they just play it again in full. It was a mental show.
Because it was made by people who were obviously stoned. 'Cause
I adored that show.
To
as
be
a
honest-
toddler. I had a Poe. My sister had a Tinky Winky.
we I know many friends who loved that show,
Yeah.
and we sat on many comfortable a couch,
I genuinely don't think I could watch that.
and
fight.
we loved the bit when we were like, again, because we were like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
do it again. What you want to do is, you know how people say you should listen to Dark Side of the Moon and watch,
Paul Blast Mall Cop.
no, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
No, what you should do
And,
is listen to
2001.
Rush 2112 and watch the Teletubbies. Because, oh my god, that is some trippy shit right there.
That's upsetting me now. Have you seen Dark Side of the Moon to Paul Blart Mall Cop?
No, I haven't.
It is.
Is that a thing?
Incredible.
I have actually watched Dark Side of the Moon and The Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and it's bullshit. It doesn't work. Unless you are
Paul-
off your tits.
Paul Blart Mall Cop works.
Does it really?
Too well.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link to a
Yes,
video
please
of
do.
a roundup of that. It is incredible. It blows me away. I watch it so often.
Okay.
Right, I will do that.
Yeah.
I've just realised we're on a podcast
Yeah.
about indie games.
What's an indie what?
Next one,
What?
Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah!
Has
I've
got,
been looking forward to this.
I've recently got an in-depth, behind-the-scenes dev diary all about the game's comeback. Why the two dev teams, because there's two dev teams working together, have decided to bring the game back, and what they're looking to, how they're looking to take a classic IP and bring it into modern gaming. Devs are Dotemu
I'm
and
so sorry.
Guard Crush Games. Dotemu are also publishing the game as well. And it also was announced at Xbox or XO19 that Streets of Rage 4 will be coming to Game Pass as of launch. Both PC and Xbox Game Pass.
So happy.
I think it's only coming to console at launch, and then it's coming to PC at a slightly later date. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I know you were excited for Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, I love Streets of Rage. It's a game I've
Will
played
this be good though?
forever.
I've only heard good things
The
about it.
bits
previews.
I've seen
Mm-hmm.
have looked really good because
Okay.
they haven't tried to do the whole let's make it really modern. They've
the
stuck
same
to
thing.
that whole heart and soul of what
Yeah.
Streets of Rage is about. It's about moving from left to right. You've got definite lanes you can move between.
You beat
you go-
people up.
and you beat people up, and
Yeah.
every now and again you can do a combo move together. There doesn't seem to be a lot in there that they've missed. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of Mother Russia Bleeds, which was
It's not
this
like this.
scrolling smash 'em up. Except in Mother Russia Bleeds, it is your classic. It's dark. It's full of drug use. It's everyone smashing up because it is thingy. The one who do the show every year with a woman whose head explodes, and I can't believe I
Oh,
forgot.
Devolver Digital.
Devolver Digital.
Right. Oh yes. Okay.
So, Devolver Digital involved, you're talking Streets of Rage, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, you can't play this with your kids.
Streets of
whereas-
Rage always felt dark to me though. Maybe I was a kid though. So
I mean, the new one looks violent. It
it-
looks.
it
yeah.
just felt grown up to me as a kid. I was always like, oh, I shouldn't be playing this, but
The Streets of Rage was brilliant. 'cause
maybe it
you-
was
you
tame
smash
looking
people
back
up.
on it. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, there are women in leather-clad gear with whips and doing bits like that. And you're like, there's this whole bondage aspect going on. I think the bit I'm really happy about with seeing this one is we had... So Turtles in Time for me is one of the greatest games, multiplayer games you can play. It's along the same idea as Streets of Rage. and they brought out so many Turtle games after that. We're like, oh yeah, do you remember Turtles in Time? Turtles in Time was great. Everyone should play Turtles in Time. And then they release a game that is shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is terrible.
Shoddy knockoff.
Yeah, and it's just awful. Whereas this looks like a game that will give you that Streets of Rage feel.
Excellent.
And from everything I've seen.
Yeah.
So I'm super hyped about this game.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Children of Water, the game I played a little while ago. Reviews a little while ago. Got announced that it's finally coming to a Switch on the 20th of November. It's been available on It's available now on PC, PS4, Xbox One.
Okay.
Finally coming to the Switch. It's a great game, great place to play this game. I enjoyed it. It's a roguelike Metroidvania. The roguelike here kind of actually feeds into the story in terms of when you die, the story progresses. So you're not just dying and go back out. Every time you die, the story progresses a little bit further.
Yeah.
And the more you die, the worse the family gets. So it kind of keeps going like there's pressure on you.
It seemed like an interesting game. Yeah.
So it's definitely worth a play if people like that kind of game. The RPG element, they call it an RPG action game. It's not. The RPG element is very minimal in this game. But as a straight up action adventure roguelike game, it's got an interesting story mechanic going on with the family. Definitely recommend playing it. 20th of November on the Switch. Now, last night at XO19, we had 50 new games announced for Game Pass.
Wow.
They came out and they were like, these are the games that are coming tonight. These are the games that will be here by Christmas or the end of the year. These are the games that are coming next year. And it was just like, game. People were like, what the fuck? I've put down some highlights of the indie games, hence we being an indie game podcast. Highlights overall were stuff like pretty much every Final Fantasy game is coming to Game Pass. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7, not remake, HD upscale, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy 12, not 11, because it's like Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13, Lightning Strikes, whatever it is, Lightning Returns.
It feels wrong to me to have Final Fantasy on Xbox. I don't know why.
I agree.
It feels
but
weird.
It's
like
available.
I'm so happy to see this happening because it means as we move forwards, I don't have to do the whole console war thing anymore. I can be just like,
dead now,
off you go, PlayStation. Au revoir.
I think Console Wars ended with this generation.
Another big highlight, Witcher 3 is coming to console. The Xbox Game Pass, which is quite a big deal for some people.
Is that on PC as well? PC Game Pass?
No, it's only going on console Game Pass. There was Master Chief Collection is going live on PC on the 3rd of December with Halo Reach.
Oh,
wish my Game Pass.
So that's going on there, and Halo Reach. All the previews come out and saying this looks.
First one again.
People are like, this is insane. This looks amazing. Like, Halo Reach was probably joint with 3 my favourite Halo game.
I never got along with Reach.
I really like it. It's like ODST. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. I found with Reach. Some people loved Reach. Some people hate Reach. I like the games that aren't Master Chief. I know it sounds weird, but I like the setting of Halo. But
Reach just didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel the same.
But anyway, but indie game highlights. Remnant from the Ashes is available now on Xbox Game Pass console. Double Kick Heroes is coming to console and PC by the end of the year. Forager, the weird little Forager. It's coming to console and PC.
Synopsis on the
end of year.
Page.
Carrion is coming at launch to PC and console. Korean. Edge of Eternity is coming to console and PC.
Nice.
Yeah, by the end of this year. My Friend Pedro is coming to console and PC.
Whatever.
And by the end of the year. Fogs will be available at launch on PC and Xbox. Yeah, I mean that's me cherry picking some of the indies.
Yeah.
But there are some massive games coming. And yeah, they just kind of went, yeah, fuck it, there you go, bang.
Excellent.
Which leads into our main topic, which is probably not going to be that long because it's just super chill chat, but XO19 was Xbox coming out, and they said last year that they wanted to do their own show. They wanted to go, PlayStation do PSX every year.
They do.
We want to do an Xbox show. Next year seems right with Scarlet around the corner and all things like that. So we're going to come out. We're going to do they had it in London this year. It's still on now, but the main presentation was last night. So I didn't watch the live stream. I've watched a shortened, condensed 1 hour live stream version. That's like, here's what happened without all the Phil Spencer going on. I've been really pissing people off, which I thought was hilarious because I actually agree with everything he said.
Okay.
He said about Game Pass is an antidote to live service games. Like, so many games now are forcing you to be the only game you ever play, and Game Pass is going, no, you can play whatever you want. And I was like, he's right. Why are people getting pissed off with this?
Yeah.
Like, it's good marketing.
Fuck
That
live
is
service
really
games.
good marketing coming out, isn't it? Going, oh, what, you want the game that's going to charge you all this money, £20 for a skin? That's fine, mate. You can pay like...
It's going to be there for the next 20 years. Oh, a year and a half later, yeah, we're reassessing our roadmap. Oh, Anthem's dead.
So, yeah, he came out and said that, which pissed people off. I thought it was a very clever business take on him. But anyway, so kind of chewing the fat on what we liked, what we didn't like, and where a bit answer question end, where does it put Sony? So, in case you guys didn't know, big announcement coming out was Project XCloud. We've got a big update on that, which is a streaming service they've got.
Right.
Loads of new people have just been access to the phone. I have got an email today saying I have access in a week to get onto the phone. 50 new games have been put onto there. Anyone who gets to play it now doesn't have to own the game, can just play the games.
Nice.
All the Maddens, all the sports games have just been put on there. So it's like this beta testing series at the moment. 50 games to Game Pass. Rare announced a new game, Everwild.
Yeah.
Which looks interesting. Not as good as Grounded by Obsidian, which is basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game that I've been wanting all my life.
Oh.
And then, yeah, that was the big announcements. We're going what wasn't there afterwards, but you guys, I don't know if you've read much about it. What did you like, what didn't you like about it?
I'm going to have to come back in a second because I have to respond to a
it.
message I've got. But then when I come back, I will tell you what I
Go.
did.
We can choose
All
our
right.
finest.
Okay. Bit of a table beer then. For
Cool, that's fine. So what, is there anything from the show that you liked? You like the look of?
Here's the thing.
You haven't seen any of it?
I didn't watch the show.
Okay.
All right. I didn't know it was on. And I did look up an article on the way here. Again, I was going to watch stuff, but then Dad asked me for help with his TV, and then I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked at some stuff. I saw that Rare announced a game. I thought that's pretty cool.
It's very early.
Yeah.
So Rare's game, it looks very much like kind of Breath of the Wild style kind of visuals, very cutesy.
Yeah, no, I was going to watch the video earlier.
You're playing as you were these weird kind of, I'm going to call them wanderers, because that's the kind of name I'd imagine given to them.
Okay,
That he's almost like, don't speak weird people.
Okay.
So it looks like it has a co-op element to it, which would make sense considering they made Sea of Thieves and they have a whole co-op engine.
Yeah.
But there's no combat in there. You're kind of going through and there's these weird animals and they interact with the animals and they're like, the animals get scared of them, then they get closer to the animals and the animal, like people can see the trailer now playing for those, but they're like, but they then touch the animals and stroke the animals and the animals relax to them, and they've said they want to build a world, a co-op world that is built around intrigue and mystery. A magic, intrigue and mystery, which very much looked like a trailer, but it's very early development stages.
Okay.
And we don't know any more of it yet.
It's cool to have Rare producing games again.
Yep. Here, however, is the other one called Grounded by Obsidian.
The Obsidian one, yeah.
This has me super excited.
Okay.
It's coming to Game Pass, PC Game Pass and console Game Pass at launch.
And
it is
love it.
Quite literally, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 4-player multiplayer co-op
Genius.
game where you're fighting against ants.
Yeah.
And there's a big reveal at the end of something, which is fine. It's not really a big reveal, but it was just
Right.
like, oh great, yes, we're gonna have to fight in this game as well, isn't it?
It looks so cute.
It looks cute. It looks adorable. It looks fun. It makes me wonder, how the hell has no one done this game idea before?
I think people have, but it's never been executed very well.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm sure there have been your tiny games before, but they're just never really that good.
It's it very much it's a survival game. It
seems to be the case, yeah.
But it's set with all of you there. It's I think it looks super cute. It looks super fun. The fact it's coming to Game Pass as well at launch is like, well, people are going to play this game, and I'm looking forward to playing it.
So the clip of him spit roasting a tick.
Which is in the trailer for Grounded.
Okay.
The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids video game, which is have you seen the trailer?
Yes, I have seen the trailer for that one.
Which is it just looks too cool. Then here comes a big reveal.
No! It's a spider!
And I'm like, oh fuck off! Why have we got?
Why is it always a spider?
But yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
It looks great.
It does look cool. Game Pass also Grounded is Game Pass at launch because it's Obsidian, and obviously their Xbox.
Cool guys.
Yeah, so that's the big announcements. Dan, is there anything you want to say on it as well?
Well, I missed it.
Okay.
because I've been playing lots
He
of
said
other
the same.
things.
Don't worry, he said the same.
I haven't.
It very much
seen
went
it.
under the radar.
Yeah, which is kind of shocking, but I am now on their thing, and look at that, Rage,
Rage
2.
2's on. That's only console.
Yeah.
It's only on
I
console.
don't care.
It's coming to PC
I'm getting
end of the
Rage
year.
2 for free.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
This is mental. The Talos Principle. I wanted to play that one.
Lego Ninjago movie
Yeah.
game.
Okay. Not a bad film. Underrated, if you ask me.
But no, it's
You know what? Oh, we'll talk about it in the post.
it's pretty cool. It was pretty good. Everything they announced. It very much felt like for the fans, like going like, look, all these games, and it was very much what Microsoft have done at E3 recently, where it wasn't a case of a game and blah 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 blah. They were like game,
Yeah.
game, a little bit of talking, game, and people were like, oh, look, there was a Don't Nod announced a new game. The guys,
Yes, of course. Yeah.
They were here or we are here or something like that.
Yeah.
Which looks cool. It's another episodic game, but their episodes are releasing at once this time.
Oh, thank God.
So all episodes are releasing at once. It sounds very similar to the Life is Strange 2, where it's about two twins who
I haven't played that.
but you're playing through their ages, and it looks fine. It looks fine. But
Was there a big announce or anything to talk about the console?
no.
No, they even said beforehand, we're not going to talk about
Okay.
Project Scarlet, that was called?
So this
Project
was
Scarlet,
just
yeah.
basically saying that Game Pass is feckin' amazing.
Basically the whole thing.
and
was
Yeah.
Game Pass,
and really,
And then a couple of rare reveals. I think they've done the rare reveals because obviously we get the Game Awards show where they
Yeah.
reveal lots of games, and
Yeah.
and with Rare and Obsidian being Xbox companies, and people love Rare. People still love the name
And Obsidian's
Rare.
got goodwill at the
Sea
moment.
of Thieves is just getting better
Well, they've
and
just-
better.
I wanna
And
play
There's
it
another
again
update.
so
There's an
much.
update now.
yeah.
That is the game I want to play the
Give it a
most
chance.
on Game Pass.
Yeah,
It runs
it's
very nice on PC
so
as well.
I
good.
really want to play it. Maybe one day.
We ended up playing that quite a bit, didn't we?
I ended up having little spooning sessions with your brother on the end of the boat.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But yeah, so there's no Scarlet. They did come up beforehand and say there was going to be no match, no
Yeah,
Scarlet.
I saw that announcement.
The
but I
question
didn't see the
I
show.
have now is
Go on.
PSX. Like, Sony missed E3 this year.
Yeah.
That's right, it did, yeah.
Okay, so they're not going to announce anything massive, in my opinion. They've already got a massive build for next year. They've got
Yeah,
fucking Last of Us 2, which is people are losing their shit over.
of course, yeah.
They've just had Death Stranded release as a thingy, which is very diverse.
That exists.
People
yeah.
are like hating it or fucking loving it.
Yeah.
They've got, what's the other big game they've got coming next year as well? I can't remember what it's called. It's coming out. I can't remember what it's called.
Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, it's a really popular game.
Wow.
Anyway,
But
but do you think now they've seen what Xbox have said, do they come out and they open their show and go, that's PlayStation 5?
no, yeah,
Oh,
yes,
that's a good idea.
yes, but I think PlayStation were expecting Xbox to talk about Scarlet, and Xbox right before it said, "No, we're not talking about Scarlet. What we're going to do is we're going to show how freaking amazing we are now, so that when we then come to the release, because last time Xbox screwed up by going first by saying, here we are."
Yeah.
It's going to be the media centre for your home. You can watch Pornhub wherever you are. And I
mean-
went, I've got my
Whoa,
phone. What do you mean?
playing
They screwed
Gears
up by
of
going
War.
first, but
Yeah.
they screwed up by their announcement was terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
But-
if they'd gone second, they could have had time to rectify
I
that.
think
but...
PlayStation had the same announcement. Not exactly the same, but
Oh,
very
yeah.
much. And
I-
after watching
I'm
Xbox,
sure,
they
yeah.
went, let's just talk about games.
I'm sure
Don't
they
talk about the other bits.
anything about them being a media
Yeah.
centre and all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, sure, definitely, yeah.
And I think they were planning on talking about PlayStation 5, but hoping that Xbox had said, hey, look, this is what we've got blah, 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 blah.
So they
blah,
could do
blah,
the
blah.
same thing again.
And then they could turn around and go, that worked well, that didn't. Let's change this. We'll scrap this bit and we'll really promote that. That's what
Yeah.
people want. Whereas now they're going to be sat there going, well, we've dropped the price of PS Now, but we didn't really want to do that anyway.
that's the other
shit,
thing.
what else have
Yeah.
we got?
That's
'Cause
the other thing, 'cause-
PlayStation Plus is shit.
PSX at the moment isn't much, as in their announcements have been said.
Yeah.
So, do they? I feel like they either have to show off PS5, or they have to completely rejig and change our mindset and what we think of PlayStation Now.
I don't think they're going to change
Too hard.
PlayStation Now.
That's too hard.
I think they're going to come out with PS5, and I think they're going to go with their launch, but blind, and that's going to give Xbox then the chance to go.
Give them
That
the
worked.
advantage, yeah.
That didn't.
But do you think it'll make? Do you think they have PlayStation 5 playable at the event so people can be like, "Oh my god,
No,
it's amazing"?
no, not at all.
Do you not think?
No.
No, I think that they'll hopefully they'll. I think people's the gaming community, their ideals haven't changed much since 2014.
No.
There's a few minor differences, but I think they've learned from that what people value in a console.
Yeah.
So I think as long as they stick to that same sort of like, we're about the games, here's what it can do, and that's it.
When there's a chance,
they're going to talk about it having. It's going to be the most powerful one. It's going to run against the speed you'll never see.
There's a
ray
chance,
tracing probably.
Yeah.
we get a big reveal of the game because they've kind of got their big reveals coming next year, but there's a chance to get a reveal for a game coming the year after that, and there's a chance it could be Spider-Man.
So that has to be a launch title probably. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
that'll be a launch title.
But as in, they can still show off a trailer of going, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man game is in the works.
I think I'll just say Spider-Man 2 will be a launch title on PS5.
What's the chances Tom Holland turns up for it?
Oh, wait a minute. Then we get
You sure?
No, it's not related.
No, he may not be related, but they love using any sort of celebrity on it.
That's more Xbox than PlayStation.
Is Avengers PlayStation exclusive?
No,
it's not. Is it?
No.
Only Spider-Man.
I can't remember if the Avengers game was PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's even set in the same universe as Spider-Man.
No, I didn't know if that was going to be a big game they would go with.
Probably.
At the moment, like I feel like everyone was going, what are Xbox going to be? Well, sure, it's about the console. Then when they said we're not talking about console, people were like, what have you got to announce? You haven't got games announced, and they just went.
Is their money making?
They just went.
At the moment.
All these games coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
What?
Because they're moving towards trying to compete against Google and saying actually Google have got it right. That is the future of gaming. And if we can say actually, you can spend all this money on a new machine, but we've already got it here.
Yeah, I feel like Xbox have kind of fallen into that.
Yes.
Through their failure at the last launch, and I think PlayStation don't necessarily need to be there.
But I think this is going to be a failing in PlayStation. So you know how there's always like a winner and loser in the generations. It's not really to do with the machine. It's about how they advertise it.
I think PlayStation might be they might become maybe the only
actual hardware like
AAA console you can buy. Like
as in you buy a machine, but it's all streamed. It's all done.
I think everyone else will become like a service, like Stadia, like Xbox. I think will become Game Pass. Yeah, Switch will still exist, but I mean, like a beefy
you'll never
machine.
get rid of Nintendo.
I mean, like
never
a
get rid
beefy
of
machine.
Nintendo.
You know what I mean? Like the Switch is great, but it's not anywhere near as powerful as PS4.
No,
Pro
but Nintendo will never have to be.
No.
That's
exactly.
Nintendo,
that's my point. I think PlayStation might become the place to go for beefy hardware that isn't a PC. I think they'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be much competition there. I think they're foolish to push now too much.
I think the issue will become that lots more people are going to move towards PC than console.
I don't think so.
And I think through what I hear the kids talk about in school is the fact that they want PCs, not consoles. And they want PCs because what is it Ninja plays? What is it Shroud's playing?
Yeah, well,
what
true.
are all these guys playing? They're playing on PC. So does Xbox then stand there and go, well, actually, we can flog these computers and this Game Pass?
Yeah.
It doesn't cost us as much. Everyone was talking about the fact that you really want to be playing on PC. All the cool players play on PC. Yeah. You don't want to play on console.
Well, imagine Windows computers coming with a 12-month pass on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. That's going to get them much.
Straight in there. Yeah. And a lot of the parents will sit there because you can spend £500-600 quid. The Xbox when it came out was 500.
Yeah.
Well, if you can turn around and say, well, look, let's.
Well, they've got a deal. They've got they also announced Black Friday deals.
Yes, they do.
During Black Friday, 150 quid can get you a all digital Xbox One S with 3 months Game Pass, with free like Minecraft and 2 other games for 150 quid.
That's ridiculous.
That's a great deal. Yeah,
that's £100 cheaper than the Switch. So
yeah,
what? Like, and the 3 months Game Pass is like, I got a woman at work who she's like, my son really wants an Xbox. Like, what do I was like, just buy him Game Pass. Just get him Game Pass.
Yeah,
buy him game. Because he really wants Minecraft. Get him Minecraft and get him Game Pass.
You don't have to.
Like,
it's on Game Pass.
Oh, there you go. Hopefully she didn't buy it.
Yeah. Isn't it?
This is on there. Because Microsoft own it, so they give it away for free because they know millions of people are playing it.
Yeah, I do feel like in this generation, Xbox has really faded into the background majorly.
Yes.
Like, more so than, like, you could argue 360 was the winner of the last generation.
Yeah.
But PS3 never faded away.
No.
It was still very prominent.
Yeah.
With this, you two are the only people I know who own Xbox.
Yeah.
Everyone else I know doesn't have one.
Yeah.
They have a PS4.
Yeah.
Or PS4 Pro.
The PS4 definitely won the generation.
Well, I mean
I'm
by a
just not.
huge margin. But
Oh yeah.
This Game Pass though is so it's
You know,
it's like them coming out of the ashes. You know. This is what's going to get them the money.
you know, PS4 sold more consoles than PS2 now.
Are
My
you kidding me?
thing
It was
is
announced the
that
other
I
week.
don't think we're going to be moving towards a generation of consoles. I think the whole console thing. Yes, there'll still be sales of it, but I think we're moving towards more of a what Google want to do.
Well, I think
where
so
you're
too,
playing off a machine
But
elsewhere.
I think
and
PS4,
I think Sony,
PS5 will stick around.
I think it's going to see a massive slump. I think.
Well, we'll see.
For
I don't
PlayStation,
think so.
I think it will still outsell whatever Xbox put out there.
No,
PlayStation's
I
huge.
think it will still make a huge amount of money.
No, that's not what I said. Either. I'm not saying it won't make a huge amount of money.
It will be a slump. Is what I'm saying.
I think it's definitely going to see a slump, because most people are going to want to be playing online through services.
I think
like
that will
Google
see a
and
huge
Xbox.
rise. I think services will see a massive rise, but I think PlayStation will do extremely well. I don't think there'll be a slump, and I think they will become the only source of consoles of that
Physical console, like
yeah.
physical
Well,
hardware.
again, same.
Go to game by game for PlayStation.
I think Xbox will back out. Of the
PlayStation, I think
Yeah.
Xbox are going to back out and they're going to become a Game Pass.
It'll be Nintendo versus Sony.
Yeah, but I think Sony are going to become the Atari.
You
As
think
in
so?
they are going to miss the bus.
And get greedy.
They're going to get greedy. Our consoles outselling everything. We're just consoles. We'll push these games. They're going to miss the whole. Sony now has been a joke since it was launched. It has been.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way of getting around of it. It's just a mess. It's nasty.
Yeah.
PS Plus, the online service, has always been dodgy compared to Xboxes, and the games they're pushing out with it now are just. They're going, what are you
the free
doing?
games.
Yeah.
The free games.
You've had a couple of good ones, but the past 2 months in particular have been
awful.
Well, the issue with the ones most recently, I just own them. I'm like, I own
Well, it's not
Last
just
of Us.
Last of Us is
MLB.
so old. Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to play a baseball
It's very
game?
niche, isn't it?
Especially a worldwide release of that.
Yeah.
That's an American/Japanese pastime.
You're going to hit that.
It's in Europe. No one's going to play that.
No.
No one gives a fuck about baseball.
But I think this is the problem Sony have. They're so in their own little bubble now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
As everyone else starts moving and Xbox are going, well, we've lost this.
Yeah.
Right, where do we move? And Google is sitting there going, well, we're not going to be able to compete in the market, but what we can do is stream really well, and we understand the back end of it.
If Google can nail the fact that I could play something like Fallen Order on max settings without
I'd love to
spending
see that,
£1,000 and be like, oh my god, look at this game. Like, then it's with a sudden
What do you
like,
think that's the end of PC gaming?
no.
If that really works.
If that really works, the only issue is then streaming.
Yeah.
So your PC gaming end will work because of streaming still. But if that really works, just imagine that with Game Pass. Because all Xbox have to go is, you know what, you're absolutely right. We don't make consoles anymore.
Yeah.
How about Google? We go into partnership. You make these little bits and you stream it out, but we'll put a Game Pass on there and you let people access that. People go, damn right, I'll spend, what is it, £150?
£119 for Google.
£119.
Yeah.
And then I'll pay 10, 20 quid a month.
Well, Google's
Ultimate,
one
and
is
off you go.
$8.99 a month, and you get what they're calling a AAA recent release game for that.
Yeah.
So, for example, they're giving you Destiny at the start, but it's all like the Shadowkeeper's just launched, all of that.
Yeah.
So it's like a 6-week-old game. Rumors are that the next one they're going to give you is Red Dead 2. But again, that's another game that I'm like, well, I own it, but if I can play that on max settings.
Yeah, wherever I am, and take it with me. And where is Sony going to be? Sony are going to be stuck on a console that you can only play in your living room that doesn't have these bits with it.
But there's rumours.
So they'll sell the consoles, but in the end, it will see a massive dip. And Sony are so close in their bubble, they're not going to move out. They're going to go, no. Google aren't doing that. Xbox aren't doing that. It's not going to do very well.
The
You want
rumours
to buy your
that
Sony
companion console for Sony, people have found
the
leaks.
PSP 5G.
PSP companion console.
I'd be up for another port PlayStation.
Well, the fact that it's already come out at 550
done
quid,
well.
like.
But you know why they've never done well? Because Sony never support them. They create these amazing
Except for Japan,
consoles.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
they do. Because my PSP was
I love
brilliant.
the PSP.
My PlayStation Vita is still probably the best handheld.
I never got one, unfortunately, but I always wanted one.
They're good.
Yeah.
It's better than the Switch.
I always wanted a PSP.
I prefer
But the Switch, you get all the consoles. It's supported.
Yeah.
The
You're
PSP
right, you're
and
right,
PS
yeah.
Vita was never supported,
It
and
doesn't
that's
support
Sony
that, yeah.
because they live in their little bubble.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're about to hit.
If they could really support a new PSP, I'd
If they
be
properly
very into
supported
that.
it, would be incredible.
I'd be happy to see it.
Because my Vita, I love my Vita.
Yeah.
It is.
I think it's a good idea to go back for the to the name PSP as well, because even though it doesn't seem long ago, it does get a nostalgia as well.
When you could set up and get it going, the remote play was pretty good.
Yeah.
Playing remote, like having your PS4 on and then playing on your.
Saying that, my boss used to play his PS4 at work.
Yeah.
By remote play.
Yeah.
He used to play it in lunch. His PS4's at home.
Yeah.
He'd play his
It was
games
good.
at
Make
work.
sure it's set up and you off
It
you
was
go.
just a bit,
Yeah.
it was just I don't know, a bit cumbersome compared to the Switch, where it was like in, out, done. Like,
Yeah.
So
But that's what Nintendo have always done very well. Nintendo consoles have always been very accessible and easy to use, and they just do it so
And
simply.
Grandad, do you want to play bowling? There you go.
Yeah.
My
Good.
nan, I remember her playing bowling.
Yeah.
Like really, really well. At Christmas we got the Wii.
Well, my
She loved
wife,
it.
she didn't play computer games until the Wii.
But still get it out. I'm going back at Christmas in my family. My mum's like, "Oh, get the Wii out." I'm like,
It's like a board game, isn't it?
It's
Let's
like-
get the Wii out.
"I
Yeah.
can bring my Switch if you want." "Oh no, your granddad loves playing."
It's the trivial
Bowling.
pursuit of consoles.
It really is, isn't
And
it?
the archery. Got a lot bit of archery. On
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
But I think we should probably wrap it
Let's
up.
wrap it
there.
up.
We've been,
Should we wrap it
I need
up?
to pee so bad.
we've been spitballing a lot,
Okay.
but no, it was good. It was a good chat, and it'll be interesting to see now what comes from PSX in December. All right,
Drag
so
it out, mate.
going on to
Really drag it
another little topic that I wanted to throw in last minute was
I needed a piece of Streets of Rage.
no.
Oh my
No.
god, that was back
Yeah.
in 1986.
That's right.
In all seriousness, guys, thank you to everybody who stopped by, watched, listened to the podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you enjoyed our new little camera setup with the full screen trailers. Now, if you were listening and we spoke about anything that you were interested by that we played or news-wise, then head over to youtube.com/IndieCredible, and you can see all the gameplay trailers playing in full screen for the game to speak about. So you can make sure you can go check that out if you want. And if you like the podcast, guys, you can head over to patreon.com/IndieCredible. And $1 a month is all we ask you to support us for if you want to support us, because that will get you access to everything. If you want to support us at higher tiers, that's completely off your back. You just get a little bit of extra goodies. But $1 gets you pretty much everything apart from a t-shirt. That's $10.
$10.
Yeah. So I lied, but hey, well, why not?
Classy Lewis.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Have a great day, morning, evening, whatever it is.
Wherever
wherever
you're
you guys
watching this.
Yeah. And until next time, just make sure you stay indecredible.
Patrons, stick around.
See you in a minute.
Bye.
Pete.